What has polluted their minds?
Marxism, that's what's happening. So we have Marxists teaching our children to hate this country, to be in fear all the time that they're gonna die in 12 years. I'm telling you, this is what was told to my child, that the water was gonna rise and in 12 years we were gonna be underwater. Remember, Al Gore has a beachfront property. Obama has a vineyard on the beach. Do you think that they are worried about climate change? Come on, let's start using our minds, our critical thinking. But see, that's what the media, 90% of the media is brainwash. If you look up MK Ultra, Operation Mockingbird Media, and Orion, CIA Orion, where they just stepped outside of illegal activity. They're able to legally do illegal work in our country. I mean, it's just crazy.
Okay, Governor Gavin Newsom was standing in the forest and say, this is a result of climate change and it's going to happen all over the country unless you vote Democrat.
See, exactly. So right there it just shows you it's a political weapon. Barbara Ferrer just said that our schools are not going to open until after the election. Sounds political to me. This is a political weapon. China virus is a political weapon, and that's it.
Are the schools being kept closed to keep them?
They want to make us miserable because they're basically showing us, hey, we're going to make you more miserable if you don't vote for us. It's kind of like coercion and intimidation because that's what the demon rats do. And remember, in 17 Democrat-run states, you don't need an ID.
Here on these streets, BLM protested during the month of June. And what if they come back here, if they don't accept the election result? Is there any organized opposition to them? Who'll stand against them in the streets?
Well, we do have militias, and they are organizing in every state, I think, at this point, because we are not going to allow this. We will not allow anarchy in the destruction of our country. So we will stand up to these anarchists. I mean, that's what they are. They call themselves anti-fascist, but they are the fascists. They are like the brown shirts of the Nazi Party or the black shirts of Mussolini. Same people. You know, they dumbed down this society. They destroyed statues. In Iran, they did this too, by the way. They dumbed down society. They got rid of the smart people or killed them, and they were taking down statues. And then what happened? We had an evil regime take over.
Which candidate is Iran backing?
Of course, the Democrats, they're in bed with them. Look at Obama giving billions of dollars to Iran, the #1 state sponsor of terror. My half-sister lives in Tehran, has to be under that evil regime. Look at, they just murdered this well-known wrestler. Look at how disgusting these people are. They kill their own people when they speak out against them. This is tyranny, and this is what the Democrats are like. Okay, look at, they kill, rob, and destroy. They serve Satan. And if you look at the Democrat National Committee logo, it's got a Baphomet star. See how it's highlighted? And if you look at it sideways, that's Baphomet. That's a 5-pointed star. That's Antichrist. And Christ is for life, everlasting life. What is anti-everlasting life? That means death. So death to America. And they back BLM. And there's flags of BLM also that say death to America. Look at, you scroll in, that says death to America. Right there, Antifa, death to America. So, right there, death to America, right there. You can see? So, they're literally pandering to radical Islam because who chants death to America? Iran. So it's in your face. It's not even like hidden these days. And if you go to Antifa.com, ANTIFA goes right to Joe Biden's campaign. So if that isn't transparency, I don't know what is. These people are doing it in front of our face. So the Democrats are in bed with radical Islam, the Chinese Communist Party. We know that Hunter Biden made a lot of money off the Chinese Communist Party along with Ukraine. Remember the $1 billion? You know, you won't get the $1 billion unless you fire the Shokin, the prosecutor that was going after his son, and Burisma, which Joe Biden is under investigation right now. But do you see anybody except for one American news network even reporting this? Crazy.
If there are riots here in the streets, protests, pillaging, will conservatives come out, or will they stay away and let the Democrats hold America hostage?
I think our patriots are going to come out and protect our country. I mean, we get to protect ourselves from domestic terrorists, and that's what they are. And it's already happened. That poor young kid who was defending himself is now on trial for protecting, people's businesses. He was being attacked, and of course he used his right of self-defense, and now he's under fire. And look at that couple that was protecting their home from these anarchists, going into their home, going into their yard, and they're supposed to go to jail. I mean, we're in backwards world. When it comes to Democrats, everything is upside down world.
But these kids on the street here, they're driving around, they're saying, they come up with this vulgarity, but what do they know and what do they care about how well he rules compared to how well the Democrats could rule?
A lot of it has to do with 90% of the media being just an arm of the Democrat Party. They're the arm of the Democrat Party. So we've got MSDNC, CNN, and even Cuomo was saying that, hey, we're helping Hillary. I mean, he said it with his own mouth. It's not like they're saying it. They're obvious about it. And notice that if you channel change from CNN, MSDNC, ABC, CBS, they have talking points. Remember the kids in cages, or grab them by the, what? All of these people will say the same things, so it just shows that they're brainwashed. That none of these thoughts are their own thoughts. That
it's coordinated somehow.
It's literally coordinated, and they're programmed. That's why they call them programs, and that's why they call it medium. It's like a spell. They literally are under some kind of spell right now. And I call that witchcraft. It's manipulation. It's witchcraft. Anytime you manipulate other people, want them to enslave their mind or their body, that's enslavement, that's witchcraft.
How about Fox News?
Fox News has some of them, Chris Wallace is definitely liberal leaning, but they say that they're balanced, so at least give them credit for at least saying that they're balanced. Getting Donna Brazile, we know that she cheated, helped Hillary cheat on a question, but they put her on there, but they want to appease both sides, so at least they say that. They want to appease both sides. But I love Tucker Carlson. I love Laura Ingraham. I love Maria Bartoloma. I think I said that right. Hannity's great. Oh, Mark Levin. I have his book too. Unfreedom of the Press. Very good book. I love Dan Bongino. I listen to Dan Bongino every day, and I bumped into him. Right in front of the Waldorf Astoria when I was taking my kid to school, when she was actually able to go to school. The Democrats do what's called the topsy-turvy, the upside down, where they say good is bad, bad is good, and everything is upside down. Borders are racist, which there's nothing racist about having a strong border, okay? We lock our doors, and many of these people have walls around their homes, yet they don't want a wall around our country. And I think it's because they're doing criminal activity and they're in bed with the mafia. Unfortunately, a lot of the younger generation have been brainwashed, but we have a lot of smart ones here today. We had a lot of young people, and they were smart. And luckily, they have good parents that teach them the truth, because they're not getting the truth at school. I remember hearing that one of the teachers in Beverly Hills told her students that when Trump, hello, do you guys love Trump like me? Trump got us rich. That's hilarious.
What did he say?
He said Trump got him rich.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah. On epidemic fraud.
Yes, unfortunately, but the Democrats, they encourage this. I mean, when I was a Democrat, I was encouraged to take advantage of the system, and when I became a decent human being, I was like, I can't do that. I can't take advantage of the system. You know what I mean? I like making my own money. I've been making my own money since I was 9 years old, when I used to fold and put like those mailers out, you know, where you fold and you put them in the envelope, and then I used to do that with my mom and make money. And then I did a paper route, and then I would make bracelets and go door to door, and then the lemonade stands. So I was an entrepreneur at a very young age, and it made me feel good to make my own money. And it always makes you feel good to make your own money and know that you're independent. And we don't want to be codependent on the government. It's not your mommy and daddy, and they don't care about you. They just want to use you. So don't be used